Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. This is Wendy with the No Debt Mindset, coming back to you to remind you of some things and give you an update on where we are in our debt elimination journey. So the first thing that I'd like to talk about today is how you handle your spending money. I have several videos on spending money, how my husband and I are handling ours, and how we're dividing the spending money, and what our responsibilities are with that spending money every week, each and every week. So I suggest that you go back if you're on this journey and you watch those videos, because if you're married, your husband and the wife should have responsibilities in the spending money each week and should be working together on that. I would hate to hear that a husband is saying that a wife can only do something she likes to do one time a month. The spending money is meant to be divided, and responsibilities are divided in that. So, and it's something that's supposed to be exciting and make you happy and not make you upset. So please go back and watch my spending money videos. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about today is that at the end of the year I kept saying that we were wanting to have a bill paid off by December 31st, and I have already let you know that we did not make that goal with Christmas being in December. We had to put that off just a little bit, but we were able to pay that bill off on February the 1st, and we are very excited about that because that gets us down to the last bills to be paid off. That was like a hurdle that we needed to get over so we could get on to these last bills and get this thing over with. So we definitely celebrated that on February the 1st. We got that bill paid off, and I did mention that that was Amazon, so Amazon is out of here. I mentioned in a previous video, and it's important that we talk about this today because this is how we are handling our last two bills. But I mentioned in a previous video that the last go around, when we paid off $52,000 worth of debt in 2.75 years, we had one large credit card, and we used a debt service to get that credit card paid off. And what they did was they negotiated with our creditor for a much lower rate. I think they negotiated it down to 9%. And so we agreed with that. And so they took that money out of our checking account every month and made that payment for us for a very small fee. They were easy to work with. They're out of Florida. Watch my last videos because you'll get their name if you're interested. You need to get all the information you can from them before you were to decide to use a company like that, because you have to agree not to obtain any new credit while you're working with them, and you definitely cannot use the credit card. So I mentioned in my previous video that I knew that I had children at home when we were doing that, and there would be some things that I would absolutely, positively, absolutely need. So before we started using them, we opened an Amazon store account, and for anything that we couldn't buy, for instance for Christmas, if birthdays came up and we just did not have the money, that store account is what helped us sustain through the whole debt payback process. And so I agreed with myself to make the minimum payment on that account, and then when I was done paying all the bills, I looped around and I paid that account off completely, and then we were done with that. So that is one way to handle a large bill that's costing you a lot of interest. Here's the way that we're going to do that this time. I'm so excited about this. This is even better. So we got all our bills paid off this time except our last two, and one was a credit card and the other was a loan. So we went to our local bank, which here in North Carolina is State Employees Credit Union, and we checked the interest rate on a personal loan and a home equity line. Now the home equity line there right now is 4%. However, we realized after researching it and watching several YouTube videos, gathering information, that we're tying up our home again. So we not only have a mortgage, but we would have essentially a second mortgage. And so if something happened to one of us, our home would be completely tied up in our bills. And especially if something happened to my husband, it would all be on me. And I didn't feel like I wanted that responsibility. So we asked them about a personal loan. Right now, their rates on the personal loan is around 10%. So we decided to go with that. So we did, we were approved almost immediately. That was so exciting for us. And we got a payment that we tried to think about several things, because when we were younger, we didn't think about anything. When we were younger, it was, can we handle another minimum payment? Okay, yeah, sign up for that card. And that's basically how we operated. So this time, what we thought about was, for the term of the loan, is if we added all our bills up plus that minimum payment, if something happened to me or anything that I was doing for a living, could we handle that payment with my husband's salary? And the answer is yes, we can handle it all. Then they also offer life and disability insurance that is even more protection. And we're very happy that we got that, because now we know that we'll be okay. Those are the kind of things that you need to think about going forward. It's not always about what you want, what's going to give you instant satisfaction, and what's going to make you happy in the moment can make you miserable and feel like you're in bondage later on. So make sure that you make good decisions. So what we've done is, on that credit card, we were paying 24% interest. So we have more than cut that in half. We were paying more interest than the 10% on the loan, so we have reduced that. And we have agreed with each other on a set amount of money that we're going to add to that payment every month. So within the next year to year and a half, we'll be out of debt. And then things will start getting very, very exciting. We have lots of ideas about what the future is going to look like. And for a change, we're both working together on that and making decisions on what our future is going to be like. And I hope that you're doing that too. So go back and look at some of my past videos. I have a couple that say, that are titled, the 5 things you need to do to get out of debt. That would give you a synopsis. I have some videos that break all that down, and I have videos on spending money, which would help you very much. I was going to do a video on when we paid our debt off, why did we not stay out of debt? And I can simply tell you in this video that it's that we did not budget. We did not work together on our spending money. That spending money component is new this time. The last time I cut us way down just to the bare bones. It basically made us miserable. It's like we had no wiggle room. We couldn't do anything. Sometimes my husband would even say, I wish you would take $20 and just go buy yourself something, because I was just so desperate to get out of debt. But what I did was I really stressed myself out with it. But by adding that spending money component this time, it gives you money every week and responsibilities to take care of, and you do not feel deprived. And so I suggest that you go check that out. Please give me a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe on YouTube. That's how you can really help me. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great day.